going on, everybody? PJ here. Sitting here with the xiegu x6100 here, and I did the I think it's, I can't remember, what is it? Let me look. Sorry, I thought I knew this. The RC1BU software upgrade for it. Let me see if I can set this up on. Get it a little higher, maybe. One thing I can tell right off the bat, though, is even though this isn't picking up the greatest on the decoder, it's definitely working better, because this is a weak signal. And even though I know it's not getting every letter right, I can tell it's getting a lot of them, so I can at least decipher what it's saying. Before, it wouldn't hardly even do that. But a couple of things I like about it over the factory. Some things I like the factory better for. For one, the shift on the filters and stuff like that's a little easier. I like this feature though. You can't hardly see it. It's right up under the frequency. Let me see if I can get. See if I can hold it up here. See how that shows 20 meter CW? Watch this when I go into the voice portion. Right here, let me. See it change? It automatically switched to SSB, so it's upper sideband already. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here. Now if you go back, of course I'm not in voice exactly, but I'm out of the CW portion. And it looks black, but it's actually just starting to generate. But if I go back, right there, you see that? It's got SSB, 20 meter SSB and 20 meter CW. As soon as it crosses over that little line, switches to CW mode, the decoder comes on. You can turn that off if you want, but for now I'm just gonna leave it on, which I went way past CW. But what does it say when I go out of band? It's black, there's nothing there, so yeah. But anyway, let's go up into a voice section here. It's pretty cool. It's got a good look to it. I did find out something today though. I thought I'd messed it up. And you can actually operate this by touching that. And you can still use the radio. Say battery saver mode, I reckon. I had no idea it done that. I was like, oh man, I couldn't get it to come back on for some reason. I didn't know what I hit, I guess. And you just tap it again and the screen comes back on. Pretty cool. And that mode, I think, does that in the factory software as well. You got bigger steps that you can go, so like I can go one more and I can do 5 at a time. So if I really wanted to go quick, so you got 10, 100. I don't know why it's not doing it every time. And 500. So. But the bands you can just still go through. What's that one? That's all right now. Factory mode didn't even have that one, I don't think. I wonder if you can get rid of some of those. And there's the 2 meter. I think you can talk on it, but maybe I can listen, I don't know. So it's added quite a few bands. And you can still use the mic, I believe. So that way if you didn't want to go through all of that, you can just hit your... I know it's going through memories. Yeah, I ain't played with that much. But not too bad though, because I mean I could do memories and stuff. So that one's a new one. I didn't even play with this much. And so like you can use the multi-function knob now as multiple things. So like that's the volume, and you can turn, usually it used to be volume, squelch, and RF gain. Now you actually do your filters with it, and all you gotta do is turn to it and press it, and when it comes white, then you can turn it. So as long as it's white, you push it again and it turns it off, and it'll scroll through. So you can do your power, handheld mic gain, and then the same thing down here. Oops, that one's already on. I don't know what that was. See, the bottom multi-function knob does, I think, whatever's on this down here maybe. So I can go through there. So it does like the spectrum. Let's see. And so now it's on spectrum, but if you go, I think, I know it does different stuff. So it should do. You can tell I played with it a bunch. But you got a lot of buttons down here. You can do the voice thing that actually tells you what you're pushing for your waterfall and your spectrum. Yeah, and you can change all these. I've already adjusted them some. Because you can even do, let's see. Oops. Hard looking over. So you can turn that background kind of silhouette off of the back of the spectrum scope. Or you can turn it on so it stays up behind it. I don't know if you can see that. And it'll stay on that setting until I push it. And then do the zoom. See it zooming in the width of the where you're at. And I like it on that one. Different things. Let's see. I haven't found all of them. Sometimes it seems like they show up and sometimes don't. It'll take me a while to get used to it. So you can turn the charger on and off right there. It's got multiple antennas, and I'm not sure Not sure what that is. It's got like 5 antennas. I don't know what that means. And you got your RIT, your XIT, AGC. Let me change a bunch. You can do your recordings, or these are memories, I guess. Audio level, squelch, RF, and quick buttons, I guess. So if you didn't want to go through there and you're just going to be adjusting them a bunch. It's got holds, like you can press the APP button, and it does this. Got 2 screens here for recorder, QTH, call sign. Then you got your main settings here. Press and hold. There's quite a bit of stuff that you can change. You can change some of them long press buttons to whatever you want. A lot more features in this than it is on the other. I turned this one off earlier. I don't know, because these are all on. Frequency acceleration, transverter 1, and that's for the something to do with the 2 meter and 440 stuff. And then back to that. So CW settings, and some of these buttons, if you long press them, like that one brings up the battery info, which it'll automatically flash, but I guess if you wanted to see it sooner, you just press it. This one turns the voice mode.
Mode is LCD. Is always.
And I'll turn that off.
Battery voltage 7.8.
That one's the battery. So yeah, press and hold it and it'll read it to you.
7.8.
Even though if you can't see it. Long press messages, recorder is on. Recorder is off. And let's see. Quite a bit of stuff though. These buttons up here all still seem to function. Like I said, I got that. The AGC. You can see it flip right here. It's off, slow, fast, auto. The ATU button comes on. Oh, before this gets too long, let me show you. This is one thing I do like about it. Let's see, I think it's in this one. The SWR scan. Before, on the factory one, it would only keep it there as long as it was still sweeping. Watch this one. So this one, you can even scale the meter to different sizes. You can do the span up here to go farther, so if you want to do just part of the band or the whole band, like here I'll do, so like this should cover most of it there. And you hit run. And then when you stop it, this stays there. So that way you're not constantly just sitting there sweeping after you've already swept. And I'm on the Delta loop right now, and you can see I'm under a 1.5 all the way across. So 21,200, 262 right there is right in the middle here. That's where I am. See, I like that feature on this better than the factory. So one thing I'm concerned about is the battery life. We'll see about that one. But right now I'm plugged up on here and letting it charge. So we'll see. The clock actually goes, I think it's a 24-hour clock, I think. So before it wasn't. Before it was like a 12-hour. I like the 24 better for UTC. So let's see, what else is there? Which I'm on BFO B. So you still got your AB. VFO-A. So right here, if I wanted to We'll see if it stays. So VFO B, VFO A. Let's see, I don't know about that one. Is it making me stay on the same band?
5-2, thank you. Hotel India 8, Romeo Delta.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
CQ content.
Yeah, it keeps you in the same band on the VFO A and B. I don't know if I'm crazy about that, but we'll see. I'm not sure. Not sure that the memory button is doing anything. But I guess you could set these. These were memories. Loaded for memory 1, memory 2, memory 3. So I'm assuming you can push these. Let's see if I can press it and hold them. I'm not sure how to set them. I probably have to do them another way. Yeah, easy enough. I just pressed 1 and held it, and it saved it. So now let's go to memory 3. Right here, let's go somewhere else. Now I'm gonna hit 1 again. Takes me back. So you at least get maybe this many memories that you can do. Maybe. I have to go through. So I'm still playing with it. I just did this probably about an hour, a couple hours ago, and I played with it a little bit and see what it's like. But I do like this feature though, even on the other one. I'm assuming that would save some battery. Pretty good actually. So I mean, it still didn't turn off the. Yeah, it did. It turned off the button lights, which actually, I'm sitting here looking at that now. I don't think none of them the lights are on. Well, I don't think they went off on the factory. So I have to go back to the factory one and see. I'll show you how easy that is. That's one thing. Let's power this off. Because you put it on an SD card. I could probably spend a whole hour sitting here doing this, but okay, so it's off. Saying battery's charged. And you just take the SD card out of it. Which I'm not crazy about that on the x6100 either, because it's not like one of the push in and lock and then push in and unlock it, so it's not flush. I mean, I don't know how easy it'd be for it to fall out. But to go back to the original version, you just take the SD card out of it. I'll tell you, like, I mean, everything. See, this one I like that. I don't know why the other one don't do that. Because see, this A and B puts it. And like I say, there's some things I like about this one. Because like this right here. And see, it won't hold it. So once I stop, yeah. So I got to just exit it. I'm assuming, unless somebody else knows the way to do that. Yeah, no. I mean, I got to get out of it. So you got to watch it the whole time. I mean, the screen looks cool. And shows a lot of stuff. It's got your SWR meter and all that stuff on here. But let's turn this back off. There ain't much way for me to edit this. I'm just kind of showing the difference. I waited for it to cut off. Notice though, when I had it on the factory, these buttons lit up. Now there might be a setting in there for it on this. And this here, you just put your SD card in there. I guess it does lock in there. It just ain't flush. It sits about. So how far it sticks out. It's right there. See? Wish it went in a little more flush. Now this one takes a little longer to boot up, but and that's how you get it back on there. I mean, it just, you know, it'll run through its thing. So there might be some pretty cool looking though. So there's going to be some things I like about the factory one, and then some things I like about this one. So we'll see. And he might have turned the lights off because this one looks like it might use the battery a little bit more. Now I don't see SWR meter on here, but I haven't transmitted on this either. And the way the bands are right now, there's no way I can. So let's get that marked as broadcast. And sometimes it's a little buggy. You press on this little button, and it's like it resets it. So I haven't had it do it but a couple of times, and it's usually when I'm doing something like that where I'm going fast or something. But so I don't know. So now it ain't even letting me. See, I did that today, man, and I thought I messed something up. See, I might not let it load up good or something. So it like resets it. No, I bet I blocked it. That makes sense, wouldn't it? But I'll play with it a little bit more and see. Like I say, I ain't too crazy about this every time I change the bands now. As long as they stay on what I had them on, won't be that big a deal. But once the bands are a little more clear, I'll try and see what the SWR meter and all that stuff looks like. I hadn't even tried it. Let's see, this is 15. See if we hear anybody. I'm on 5 watts, so it ain't gonna be. We'll listen. But while we're doing that, we'll do this. I just want to see what it looks like. Let's see. And it'll just stay there. I do like that feature. Yeah, I do hear somebody. Think. Is the frequency in use? Ooh, I got monitor on or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I might play with that because I'm not exactly sure. Oops. Well, I bet it's this one. Speaker mode. Yeah, I'll play with it. Monitor level. I bet it's this one. So, I don't know. I'll play with it some more. But it does look pretty cool though. Anyway, this video is getting pretty long. Like I say, you could probably go through a lot of stuff on this and compare. But I'll keep playing with it. I might end up going back to the factory. But some things I like on this one, some things I like on the other. And I mean, you can see the signals on them and the waterfall. The waterfall's definitely bigger on this one. I don't need the audio scope and all that stuff on the other one. Because, I mean, that don't show me nothing. I don't ever even look at it, so. But anyway. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to show that off. A couple of things on it. It's got a cool look to it, though. But anyway, y'all have a good night. AK4, PJ.